What's up, Spikes? Here we are again in the Spike Theater studio. We're back at it with another 4-player EDH game. We're going to go competitive this time, and I'm starting us off in turn order. I'm going to be playing Tishana, Voice of Thunder.
I am playing Momirvig, Hackball.
I am playing Brea, Ethereum Shaper.
Nobody saw that one coming.
Nobody.
And I'm back playing Godo Bandit Warlord once again. This guy keeps not showing up to the table, but, you know, gotta have faith.
Okay, Bill.
Time to get redeemed. Alright, I'm going to draw to start us off. I'm going to play a Tropical Island, and I'm going to cast a Birds of Paradise and pass the turn. Oh. I'm going to cast a Birds of Paradise.
No, that's fine.
Okay, and pass the turn.
I'm going to draw a card.
There you go.
I'm going to play a Wooded Foothills, and I think I'm going to crack it.
What condition is that?
It's in PL condition.
Yes.
I'm going to grab this Tropical Island. I'm going to cast a Mox Diamond.
Oh boy.
Are you going to sacrifice it right away, or are you going to discard it?
Well, to be fair,
I'm going to pitch a forest, basic forest. And then I'm going to cast Devoted Druid.
My opening hand got...
And I'll pass the turn.
This hand was so sweet if I went first. I'm going to draw this card. Ooh, that's a shiny...
I bet you it has a Mystic Aura.
Ancient Tomb. I'm going to tap Ancient Tomb for 2 colorless, taking 2 damage, going down to 38 for a Dimmer Signet.
Ooh. It's not brighter.
I'm just going to pretend that didn't happen.
I was going to say, we could leave the bad jokes to Jerry, but also you need to stop. So, you know.
You can go, Elliot.
Okay, I'll draw a card. Yeah. I'm just going to play this basic mountain and pass the turn.
Alright. Let's untap and draw. I'm going to play a forest. And is everybody here educated?
No.
Okay, because I'm gonna start studying. I'm gonna cast a Ristic study.
That's a Jeremiah Moss joke if I've ever heard any.
Yeah, I need to bone up and pass the turn.
Untap. Draw a card. I'm going to play a Polluted Delta. I'm going to crack the Polluted Delta, going to 38. I'm going to grab this basic island. I would like to tap Devoted Druid for a green mana, 1 green floating. I'm going to put a -1/-1 counter on it to untap it, and then tap it again for another green.
2 greens.
And cast Momirvig, Simic Visionary.
Pendulum?
No.
Aha.
Ah.
Books.
And if that resolves, I'm passing the turn.
Yes.
Yeah, I have no effects to your 5 draw.
Untap, draw.
Yeah, that's pretty powerful.
Steam Vents untapped.
Ugh, everybody's just paying all the life.
Not me.
36.
Tapping Ancient Tomb for 2 colorless.
34.
Using one of the colorless to tap Dimmer Signet to add Dimmer, so a colorless and Dimmer. Using a black and a colorless, so going down to a blue floating.
This feels like a demonic tutor.
Something's happening.
I'm gonna attempt to cast Demonic
Are
Tutor.
you paying the 1?
I am not paying the 1.
Hiya!
I have no effects.
I have no effects.
I'm gonna get this card.
What is it?
It's a Mox Diamond.
Oh,
Oh,
you paying the
it-
1?
Nope.
Okay.
Pitching Bloodstained Mire.
Mm-hmm.
Using the current blue I have floating, tapping Mox Diamond for a blue and Steam Vents for a blue.
3 blue.
I'm gonna
What's
attempt to cast Windfall.
You're paying the 1?
I will not be paying the 1.
Okay.
I have no effects
Yeah,
to
I got
Windfall
no
except
effects.
sadness.
I have no effects.
Okay, you want to talk to me about sadness? Are you ready to discard?
Oh, boy.
I guess
yeah,
I
with
start.
Jer.
I have 7, so.
Okay, do
I
it.
have more
Is
than
it
that.
Charm,
Yeah.
JVP, Cyclonic Rift?
That's a gross JVP.
I'm discarding Mountain, Sequestered Stash, Chalice of the Void, Damping Sphere, Chromox Magnetic
Oh,
Theft.
wow, would I have been sad about this damping sphere?
I am discarding Arbor Elf, Beast Whisperer, Preordain, Windswept Heath, Edric, 1000-Year Elixir, Negate, Staff of Domination, Mana Vault.
Whoa.
So we're drawing 9.
Yep. I'm discarding Spectral Shift, Swan Song, Mental Misstep, Heritage Druid.
Wow. I was gonna Chalice for 1 on my turn. You guys were dead.
Let's draw 9 cards.
2, 4, 6.
You guys think I can go
8,
off in
9
9 cards?
I'm so good.
1, 2.
With no mana, really?
With everything tapped,
Maybe.
it's possible. It's not unlikely.
I hope that you can't, because my hand is bonkers now.
This hand is
Move to discard.
That's what I like to hear.
I'll discard this Badlands and this Windswept Heath.
Okay, I'll draw for my turn. Okay, I'm going to start things off with a Cavern of Souls, naming Human.
Not barbarian.
Nope, there are other humans. There are not other... I think we made this joke.
What about Dave, though?
Shut up. I'm going to tap this for a colorless. Don't get excited. And cast a Soul Ring.
Pay 1.
Oh, heavens no.
Yoink.
I apologize, kind of, but not really. It's happening whether we want it to or not. I'm going to pay 3. I'm going to play...
Wheel of Fortune.
Please.
I'm going to play this Basalt Monolith, not paying 1.
Yoink.
And then I'm going to tap the Basalt Monolith for this Worn Power Stone, not paying the 1.
Yoink.
I'll pass the turn.
Alright, untap. Yoink. I'm going to play a Yavimaya Coast. Not paying the 1. And I'm going to cast... Let's see.
I'm going to assume some creatures.
Yeah, probably 1 or 2.
Well, he might not have been able to if I had this Chalice of the Void in play.
It wouldn't have stopped it unless he went hard, for this one at least. I'm going to tap Yavimaya Coast for a colorless, Tropical Island for a green, this for a green as well, and cast Elvish Archdruid.
Ooh, that's a pretty good one.
Then I am going to also cast Heritage Druid.
Is that foil?
It is.
Nice.
Morningtide. With that, I can't do much else, so I'm going to pass the turn, and I have to discard 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have to discard 3 cards.
Good.
See? Planned it. He doesn't even get to take full advantage, or something.
Or something.
Yeah, just drawing 9 cards and having to discard 3.
That's not an elf.
It's just
That's
all downside.
all downside.
You know, I don't really hate on Ristic Study, but sometimes it does good things.
Okay. I'm going to discard Forest, Nissa Vastward Seer, and Yisan the Wanderer Bard.
Okay. I'm going to untap. Draw a card. I'm going to play a Breeding Pool untapped. Go to 36.
Huh? Oh, I'm still losing.
I'm going to cast a Mana Crypt and pay the 1.
Ooh. Okay.
Very interesting.
Soul Ring.
Then I'm going to cast a Sylvan Safekeeper, paying the 1.
Okay.
I want to cast a second creature. I'm going to use the Mana Crypt to pay the 1.
So one's
one's
One
floating.
floating.
Very good.
Then trigger Momia Vig.
Oh, yes.
I'm not used to that.
It's just the old fair Momia Vig.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to get a Phantasmal Image. Toss it on the top of my library there.
Ooh. Oh, any creature spell.
Yeah, man.
Not green, no.
Oh, all right.
He's just going to copy your Deshaun and draw a bunch of cards.
So I still have 1 mana floating.
You have a
Yeah,
colorless.
colorless fluting.
I'm going to cast Scavenging Ooze, paying the 1.
Oh.
Trigger Momir Vig. I am going to still grab Phantasmal Image and pretend I shuffled my library.
Ah, very good.
And pass the turn.
I'm gonna search my library for how about Phantasmal Image.
Mana Confluence.
Wow, Jerry just loves paying life.
the most effective aggro deck is the one against yourself.
Is that like the tagline for Grixis Death Shadow?
I'm going to tap Ancient Tomb.
Oh, 32.
Oh, goodness.
For 2 colorless. And then I'm going to tap with the colorless tap Dimmer Signet and then paying for Ristic Study.
Oh.
Ooh.
I'm going to play Is It Signet.
Oh. Is it?
Golgari.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
And then I'll
Yeah.
pass the turn.
I'm going to untap. Not this.
Well, not you.
And draw for my turn. Hiya. That's a pretty good one, actually.
How good is it?
Don't.
No.
I'm going to play another basic mountain. And I think I actually want to do this.
Oh.
Yeah, isn't that crazy? 7, so I could... Okay, I'm going to pay a red, and then 1 for the Rhystic Study, and 5 mana.
Uh-oh. Biforce?
I would like to cast Biforce.
Oh!
Choose your targets.
I would like to target Dimmer Signet, Jerry's Mox Diamond, Izzet Signet, your Mox Diamond, Mana Crypt.
Bill, priority.
I have, you paid the 1, so
I
I
did
have
pay the
no
1.
effects. I have no effects.
Uh-oh.
I think you're getting a bird.
I'm going to cast Flusterstorm.
I have 0 effects to getting blown out.
Force spike twice.
Yep, pass the turn.
Alright.
That was nice. I like that first spell cast. Flusterstorm.
If I didn't pay the 1.
This makes me happy.
Yeah. Alright. Let's see.
Bill missed his Rhystic Study trigger off the Flusterstorm.
Oh, did he?
I did. I just realized that now. That's not fine. I would like the mana.
The mana.
Well, I drew a land for turn, so I would have had more access to. I'm just gonna
Take your turn.
Yeah,
Please. And you're gonna need to take an
1,
action.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I can cast Tishana and then do nothing else because I've played my land already.
Is Elvish Archdruid only you control elves?
Yes.
Oh.
Shelf you control.
That's good
So-
for us. Not Priest of Titania.
Very specifically not Priest of Titania. I'm going to tap Elvish Archdruid for 2. And then these 2 as well, and cast Karamitra's Acolyte. I'm going to put the Rhystic Study over there where it belongs.
Okay.
I'm going to move to combat, and I'm going to attack Jerry for 2 with this Heritage Druid.
Ooh,
That's
big heritage druid
down to 30.
coming in sideways.
And and I'll pass the turn.
Okay, on tap. Mana Crypt, evens damage. That's 6.
Ooh, that's a spike.
I'm going to go to 33.
33.
I'm going to draw this mystery card.
I wonder what it is.
Spoiler alert, it's a phantasmal image.
How phantasmal.
I'm going to play a forest.
I'm going to power through Jerry's Jones.
I'm going to cast
He's looking at your direction over there.
Voyaging Satyr, paying the 1.
Okay.
Trigger Momirvig.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to get a Manglehorn and put it on top of my library.
That's a mangling.
I'm going to tap for a blue and untap the island, tap it for another blue.
Okay.
Cast Phantasmal Image.
And 1.
I am going to pay the 1.
Okay.
Yeah, I am going to pay the 1.
What is Phantasmal Image coming into?
That's going
well,
to trigger Momirvig.
if it
it's a
resolves.
cast trigger. And I'm going to draw this Manglehorn if nobody has any responses to the Momirvig trigger.
I do not.
Oop,
Whoa.
draw the Manglehorn. Now, does Phantasmal Image resolve?
Priority.
I pass priority.
I pass priority.
I pass priority.
Okay, Phantasmal Image is going to enter the battlefield as a copy of Momirvig. Or no, sorry, not Momirvig. Heritage Druid. Yeah, for sure not Momirvig. Yeah, it's a copy of Heritage Druid.
Okay.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
So you have 3 elves currently.
Yes. Okay. So, let's start tracking floating mana, shall we?
We shall.
I am going to cast Whim of Volrath, targeting Momirvig, not paying the 1.
I have a response. I'm going to tap Tropical Island for a blue, sorry, and Yapamai Coast for a colorless, and cast Snap on your Phantasmal Image Heritage Druid.
Ooh. So you got a trigger from the image.
Yes. So in response to the trigger,
Mhm.
I'm going to float 3 green,
Yes.
and then I'll let the trigger resolve.
Okay, so this gets countered.
Yeah.
Or fizzles. Countered by game rules, state actions. Shut up.
Okay, so I have 3 green floating.
And then Whim of Volrath.
Whim of Volrath.
Queen.
Does Whim resolve?
Yes.
Yes.
I'm going to hack all instances of blue on Momirvig to green.
Very good.
Ah, never seen that one before.
Now, with my 3 green floating, I'm going to cast Manglehorn,
Ooh.
not paying the 1. And that's going to trigger Momirvig twice.
Yes, sir.
I
So-
assume you're going to stack it, put it on top, and then draw?
Yes, that's my plan.
Dang it.
Okay, off of Momirvig, I'm going to put Caustic Caterpillar on top of my library, and Jerry has requested priority.
Pass priority.
Yeah, no effects.
Pass priority.
I would like to reveal a Caustic Caterpillar.
And
put it into
in
my
your
hand.
hand.
Okay?
You've got a mangle.
Manglehorn trigger.
Yes.
I would like to pop the Ristic Study.
Yeah, you can't.
Artifact. I would like to pop. It's probably Worn Power Stone
It's either one Power Stone or Basalt Monolith.
or Soul Ring. He's gonna pay it on top
Yeah.
the Basalt Monolith. I'm gonna pop your Soul Ring.
Because it's more expensive.
It
Yeah.
is. Confirmed.
That's just value.
That's value!
Okay, so Manglehorn is now on the battlefield.
Yes.
Triggers have resolved.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
I'm just gonna pass the turn.
Sure. Okay. I'm going to untap and draw hopefully a good magic card.
Uh-oh. His eyes went wide. All you at home.
We'll zoom in. Enhance.
Yeah, that's Magic the Gathering card. Hey, do you know what I haven't taken enough paint off of yet?
This ancient
I'm
tomb.
going to tap Ancient Tomb,
Go to 28.
go to 28. Wow. And using one of the colorless, tap Dimmer Signet, and then not paying for Ristic Study, so I have a colorless floating Limb Duel's Vault.
Ooh.
My response is I get to draw a card.
This is your main phase?
This is main phase Limb Duel's Vault.
Main phase, Brains phase. Yes.
I have no vex.
I
Sure.
additionally
Yeah,
have
do
no
it.
offense.
I only repeated it one time, so I'm at 27. I will play a mountain as land for turn.
That's a nice
That is
mountain,
nice.
Jerry.
Thanks, man.
Thanks, guys.
And then with my colorless mana floating, I'm going to tap. That doesn't work. Pass turn.
Whoa. It doesn't work.
Tap the turn.
Lots of scary stuff followed by passing the turn.
Yeah.
I'm going to draw for my turn.
Jerry's like, I can cast this Limb Duel's Vault main phase. Pass the turn.
I realized I was like oh, Limb Vault doesn't draw the card. As I was doing it, I was like, oh, yikes.
You know what
If
the
it
saddest
can
part? The saddest part about this Soul Ring dying is now this Inventor's Fair doesn't do anything.
Oof.
Doesn't even gain you life.
Doesn't even gain you life.
It does. 3.
Oh, yeah.
It better. Or
You
no.
have 3?
No,
You
2.
need-
Yeah, no. I thought it was
Yeah.
Padim.
Ah, yeah.
So I'm going to add a red and a colorless. And I'm going to cast Generator Servant.
Ristic Study.
Pay for it.
Yes, I can pay for it, and I shall.
Very good.
It's time to start paying for listing triggers. We all have plenty
Books.
of mana.
And then I'm going to. I think I should do this, but it's like sad. You know? You feel me?
Yep.
I'm going to, paying for the Ristic Study, play a tapped Sphere of Resistance.
Does that work?
It does.
It's not even a mono artifact.
Yeah, it does not stop it, unlike Trinisphere.
That's
But,
like fun though.
Uh,
I'm doing Stone
pass the
Cold
turn.
nothing. I'm on the Scavenging Ooze Beats plan now.
Just start exiling things, make big ooze. Draw. Let's see.
Do the time warp again.
Not that one.
oh, I have 3 artifacts again.
Hey, you did it.
Big brain plays.
Let's see. What's everybody at?
40.
I'm at 33.
27.
Right. Elliot's at a lot.
And I think I haven't taken any damage from anybody else.
No, he attacked you for 2 once.
Yep.
I did.
Oh, you're right.
This heritage druid.
I should be attacking you.
You've only dealt 21 damage to yourself. Nope, 11 damage to yourself.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
That seems low. I should have taken more with the Lindul's fault, just because. Just done it the entire.
Just for fun.
Out of principle.
I'm gonna play this Ancient Tomb because I want to also be Jerry.
Interesting choice.
Yeah, I
This
wouldn't.
comes for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Interesting.
5 green.
5 green, then a blue and another green, and then I have to pay an additional 1. So I should actually, instead of tapping this, I'll tap the Ancient Tomb for 2, going 38.
Everybody's
so that's
got
1, 2, 3, 5, 8. I'm gonna cast Tishana.
Yes, sir.
1.
Yeah,
Oh,
it does cost
makes
1
sense.
more.
Oh
so
no!
I paid for it.
I thought you were just paying your own 1 for
So-
heuristic study.
ETB trigger.
ETB trigger, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm gonna draw 5 cards.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I've drawn 5 cards here, and artifacts still enter tapped. They do.
They do.
Yep.
Artifacts still under tapped. They do.
Yoda over here.
They do. Let's see. Okay. Oh my god, these cost 1 more.
Ah, got him.
That's so sad.
My plan worked.
I'm gonna tap this Elvish Archdruid for 2 because she's a merfolk and not an elf. So with one of them, I'm going to cast this tapped Mox Diamond.
Could you imagine if Tishana
Wow.
was an elf?
Yeah, be
I-
busted.
Ugh.
So I'm gonna discard this forest, and then
Tapped Mox Diamond, that costs him 1.
Yeah.
I think we're doing it. I think we're getting there, if that's his play.
I'm going to also play, paying the additional 1, Chrome Mox, exiling Counterspell, and then paying 1. This will be a color. This is a blue, sorry, and then this is a colorless. Plus the additional 1, I'm going to cast Dramatic Reversal.
Oh. Yeah, I have no effects.
Okay.
It's priority.
All right, so I'm going to untap these things.
Oh yeah, there's a Karamesh's Acolyte in there.
Yeah, that makes lots of sense.
Yeah. Let's see. What else can I do here? 1, 2. This taps for 6 now.
Mhm.
So 1, 2, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
I'm glad I played this Sphere of
Yeah, no,
Resistance.
it's just a 50% tax on this deck.
Yeah, it's really, really good. Okay. 1, 2, 3, and then this taps for a blue. So that's 4 total. So paying the extra 1 for Sphere of Resistance, I'm going to cast Fabricate.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, and off of the Fabricate, I'm going to find Paradox Engine. So this is going to go to the graveyard. This is going to go into my hand.
Seems bad for us.
It's not great.
How much mana do you have floating?
I have 0 mana floating currently.
Good. Okay, so he can only make 7. 8?
What are we going to do?
8. He can only make 8 mana.
Well, so that's enough for
Paradox Engine
and
plus
a 2-drop?
a 1-drop.
Up to a 2-drop?
A
He doesn't
1-drop.
have to pay for his heuristic study, though.
Sphere of Resistance.
Oh, right.
Sphere of
Yeah,
Resistance.
because Paradox...
So Paradox costs
Yeah.
6, so he'll have
And
2
1-drop
floating
Costs 2?
for a 1-drop. And
Okay.
then hopefully maybe he doesn't have it.
Yeah. Let's see.
Who knows? Well, Bill knows.
I counted my mana wrong.
Love it.
I'm 1 off.
Good.
Got him.
Okay. I guess what I can do in that case, since I'm...
Just give Tishana
Just
haste
off.
and
Anyway.
swing in.
Yeah, she's huge! She's got a huge face and also hands.
That's probably rude.
I'm going to tap this Karamesh's Acolyte for 6, and with 1 floating, paying the extra 1, I'm going to cast Natural Order, sacrificing this Heritage Druid.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, off of the Natural Order, I'm going to find Great Oak Guardian.
Uh-oh.
And I'm going to
ETB trigger?
ETB trigger, untap, or I'm going to target myself, specifically.
Wow,
Not me?
James?
Not anybody else, no. Then, so this still taps for 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to tap this for 6, and paying the extra 1, I'm going to cast this tapped Paradox Engine.
Tapped is so funny.
That's really good.
That's a mono artifact, though, right?
It is a legendary artifact.
Yeah.
I guess that means there's only one, right?
Mono
Legendary.
means-
Mono
means one, and
rail
means
means
rail.
rail.
And then tapping these for that's 2 because I don't have an elf anymore. So 1, 2, and then 3. I'm going to cast Heroic Intervention, trigger Paradox Engine.
Permanents
So
you control. Okay.
In Hexproof and
Hexproof
Destructible,
and
I'm going to trigger Paradox Engine as well.
Yep.
Yep.
So untap, including the Paradox Engine, it does untap itself.
oh no.
I don't get to draw a card.
No, but you've got approximately 1 trillion mana again.
I do. I think I can do... This isn't like the greatest, but I can definitely do something. So tapping this for 6 again. 7, 8, 9. I guess we're going to see what happens here. I'm going to cast Crater of Behemoth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to trigger Paradox Engine on cast.
Yep.
I'm going to tap my creatures. Then I'm going to trigger Crater Hoof Behemoth on into the battlefield and give my creatures +6/+6. They've also already gotten +2/+2 from the Great Oak Guardian.
So these ones have +7/+7.
And who?
Plus 8/8, don't they?
Hoof.
+2/+2, and then
+2/+2, and then +6/+6.
Oh, yeah, I can't do math.
Yeah.
And they all gain trample.
And they all get
Tishana also has +8.
Yes.
But she does
And
not have
he
haste.
also has
She doesn't have
+6/+6.
Oh, Tishana came into play this turn.
Yeah.
That's good for us.
Okay, so because of the Great Oak Guardian and the Crater Hoof Behemoth, these have +8/+8. All of them can attack.
And so does Tishana.
And Tishana does too, but
But
I
you
cast
can't
her this
attack.
turn, so I can't attack with her.
Yep.
So, Jerry.
Yep.
You're at 27?
Yep.
Let's see. So this is 11. This is 10. Oh, I have to attack you with an additional guy just to kill you, but that might not even be the play. I don't know. I gotta attack somebody. I gotta make a decision. So I'm gonna move to combat. I'm going to attack... Yeah, I'm gonna attack Jerry for a lot.
24.
Oh, this is 8. This is 10. That's 18 plus 11 is 29. And then I'm
Jerry
also
dead?
going to attack.
Whoa.
Oh,
He's declaring attacks.
yeah, I'm still declaring attacks. And then I'll attack Elliot for 9 as well.
Okay,
So attacking Jerry for 29 is what I'm declaring currently.
Well, I mean, it's not going to matter, but I'll Angel's Grace.
Oh, nice. Cool.
I accept that.
Okay.
I have no effects,
Okay,
so
so
I
Jerry goes
take
to 1.
9 down to 31, and then Jerry takes 29 but goes to 1.
Yes. Okay. Then that's about all I can do, so I'm gonna pass the turn.
Okay. On your end step, I'm going to eat your E-Sun.
Sure.
Ooh, gain a life.
Jim to 37?
34.
Yeah, 34. Then I'll untap. And I'll draw a card.
Mana crypt.
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
Mana Crypt. Evens damage. No damage. Draw this. I'm going to play this guy's Cradle.
Oh.
Oh no.
Oh, okay. Should have attacked James.
Like, yeah.
Then I'm going to cast a 2-mana Caustic Caterpillar. I am paying the 1. Actually, you know what? Here, we'll do this. We'll cast 2-mana Caustic Caterpillar, paying the 1. Okay. Trigger won't be big.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to get this Temur Sabertooth.
Okay, it's on top of his library still though, so
Yeah. There's just things happening everywhere.
should have attacked James.
I think you said that already, but
Yeah,
yes.
I did. I just still feel it.
Yeah. And I think I'm just going to pass the turn.
Oh. Okay, that's
Well, going into my turn here, we're just gonna toss these bad boys off to the side. Can't use those guys.
You absolutely can use those.
This one is pay.
Yeah.
Oh,
So that one you still can.
and this one deals damage, so I
You
can
can pay.
absolutely.
Yeah, you can do both.
Okay, I can absolutely do both.
But you can play as a mana ability.
You should do it.
I'm gonna draw
You
this
won't.
card. And what do they say except just go for it, eh?
That's not what they say at all. It's
not-
close, but it's
It's a
not.
question. What are we doing if we're not going for it?
You know what they say. Go.
You know.
I'm going to attempt to cast Lab Man.
Oh. That costs 4.
It does cost 4. And are you paying the 1?
I'm going to float a blue, or sorry, a black.
Okay, so you are paying the 1 and the 1 additional for Sphere. So that's a 5 mana Lab Man.
No, I'm paying for that. You can draw a card.
Oh, okay. Sounds good to me.
I'm gonna play the City of Brass.
That's sad.
That one's a trigger. He can tap it and do something in response to the trigger and not necessarily die.
I guess.
I'm gonna tap it.
Okay.
So
Trigger on
using
stack.
my black, and that's gonna be a blue. Trigger on the stack. I'm gonna Demonic Consultation.
Trigger.
Draw a card.
Paying 2 mana.
I'm going out in a blaze of glory.
Wow, he was so close.
Yeah, no
I
effects.
was super no effects.
No effects.
I'm gonna name Borba Rigmos Enraged.
No, the trigger happens before demonic consultation resolves.
Nope, this is on top of the...
Trigger.
Yeah,
It's on
this is
top
an
of it.
instant.
I can. So the triggers for me dying. on
you
the
didn't.
stack.
You didn't do it while you were casting demonic consultation.
No.
Correct.
Okay, you floated it and then
Responded to the trigger.
Okay. Yeah, sure.
I'm gonna exile. Well,
You-
I guess I have to exile the top 6 cards first.
Yes.
Is there a
Is there a
Borba
Borba
Rigmos
in there?
No
Ah,
more
there is.
Rigmos Enraged.
Okay.
We're gonna shortcut this, and I'm gonna exile my library.
You got it.
Very good.
I unfortunately have no mana floating to cast the Thought Scatter because I forgot a Sphere of Resistance. I'm going.
So,
I'm going to die to the City of Brass trigger now.
Yeah.
sounds good to me.
Wow. A blaze of something. Any effects to Jerry dying?
No.
End step.
Jerry's end step, I have nothing.
Okay, I'm going to untap. And in my upkeep, I control 3 or more artifacts. I'm going to go to 32.
Hey.
Hey.
Yeah, finally got back around to my turn. Big surprise. I'm going to draw for my turn. Wow, that's maybe an interesting one, actually. Nope, because it costs 4. My own Sphere of Resistance. Okay, well, I'm going to pay 6 mana because of my own Sphere of Resistance, and I'm going to cast Possibility Storm.
Oh. All right.
Yeah.
Possibilities.
I am not paying for the Rhystic Study, unfortunately.
Yoink.
And then I'm going to pass the turn.
So I'm going to untap for my turn and draw a card. What do I do? I guess we play this forest. A bunch of these.
All these forests.
And tapping Karamitra's Acolyte for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 mana. Floating 8. I'm going to cast, 8, 9, and then a blue. So 9 green.
Chromox and Mox Diamond 2.
No. Or, yeah. That's the. Yeah.
What are you at? 9 green and a blue?
9 green.
So that's me another d20 over there.
9 green, 2 blue. Let's say 10 green total.
10 green and 2 blue?
Yes.
Okay.
Using 1 green, I'm going to cast Elvish Mystic and trigger Paradox. Using 2 green, I'm going to cast Elvish Mystic, trigger Paradox Engine, trigger Possibility Storm.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So let's actually.
Mine resolves first.
Yours resolves first. Okay.
Yeah.
So reveal until I hit a creature. Kiora's Follower, and then I cast it.
Yep.
Paradox Engine trigger.
You also have to
And I have to
pay
pay 1.
Sphere of Resistance.
Yeah, so pay an extra 1 there.
Okay.
So all of these, and then this is the Elvish Mystic, go on the bottom. So then second Paradox Engine trigger, resolves, untapping these, and then float green, blue, blue. So 2 blue, and then a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 green.
Okay, you are at 17 green and 4 blue.
Okay.
There's another Paradox Engine.
And there's another Paradox Engine, so we'll just have those untapped for now. I think this is enough green for me to not care about tapping the Orbital Archer, but I am going to tap this for another 9, and then another 2 blue off of another 3 blue.
9 green.
9
2
green
blue?
and 3 blue.
9 green and 3 blue. Okay, what are you doing here? Screwing me out. 26 green. And how much blue?
3. It was an additional 3 from what we had.
Okay, 26 blue, 7... Or 26 green, 7 blue.
I am going to use 5 green to cast Timber Sabertooth and trigger Possibility Storm and Paradox Engine.
Yeah, you're at 21 green and 7 blue.
Find Laboratory Maniac.
Okay, are you
Knock
casting
over
it?
Elliot's deck. Yes, paying an additional green. I
Okay,
guess.
you're at 20 green, 7 blue.
2 Paradox Engine triggers.
2 Paradox Engine triggers. I'm going to let you know. Actually, hang on. I am going to cast the Laboratory Maniac, and then I'm going to cast Arcane Denial, targeting my own Laboratory Maniac. Possibility Storm trigger, Paradox Engine trigger.
Yeah.
Noxious Revival. Yeah. So Arcane Denial no longer exists. Noxious Revival. Paying 2 green for that.
Sure.
Paying 2 green, so you're down to 18 green.
And there are 3 Paradox Engine triggers.
I got that.
Yes.
Paradox Engine.
I am going to use Noxious Revival to put Natural Order back on top of my library.
Sure.
Hang on, I'm going to eat it.
With Scavenging Ooze.
Noxious Revival, because since you knocked.
Sure. I'm going to then Laboratory Maniac resolves. Move to combat.
Yes.
You have
Paradox
3
Engine.
Paradox Engine triggers.
Sure,
Paradox
these
Engine
are
triggers,
untapped. I'm not using any of them for anything. Move to combat.
Mana's gone.
Yeah. Attack. I guess James for 5, 9 plus. Not with Tishana. Or yeah, with Tishana. So that's another 4. So for 18.
18?
Yeah.
How many creatures are in your graveyard?
5.
What? How much was Tishana?
There's more
4.
because you cast a
So
bunch.
it's 5 plus 4 plus 4. So it's 13.
Oh, that's how that works.
Okay, so, yeah, how many creatures in your graveyard?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I'm going to tap Guy's Cradle for 6. I will exile all of them with 1 green floating.
Sure.
Scavenging Ooze is now a 7/7.
Yeah.
And you go to 40.
Yes, 40. Okay, I will block the Great Oak Guardian.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
And I'll take
9.
9. Okay, go to 31.
I'm done.
Okay. Hang on. Let me just take a quick peek here. See what I've got in my graveyard. Do you have any creatures in your graveyard?
No.
Okay. Still on your end step, I'm going to untap my Guy's Cradle. Tap it for another 6. Eat the Great Oak Guardian and the top 5 cards of your library.
7.
7? Okay.
Sure.
Top 6 cards of your library. Or of your graveyard.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
And I'll go to 32.
Mm-hmm.
And go to my untap.
Yes, sir.
Mana Crypt. Evens damage. That's a 6. Go
Okay.
to 31.
29.
29. I would like to draw. Yeah. I should have used the Caustic Caterpillar in Bill's end step, but I missed it. I am going to. Yeah, I'll draw Timber Sabertooth.
Sure.
I'm going to activate Caustic Caterpillar targeting Possibility Storm.
I have no effects.
Neither do I.
Okay. Wow, my sequencing is atrocious. Could have tapped the Guy's Cradle while the Caustic Caterpillar was in play. I'm going to tap Guy's Cradle for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I have 6 green floating. I am going to cast a 6 mana Timber Sabertooth.
Okay, so you're paying the one first.
Paying the one for Mystic Study, paying the one for Sphere of Resistance.
It's a non-floating.
Correct.
Trigger Momir Big.
Trigger Momir Big.
Yep.
Good. Yeah. I'm going to grab this Nantuko Tracer, put it on top of my library.
Okay.
And now Timber Sabertooth is on the stack.
Yeah, I'm going to Pact of Negation it. Trigger Paradox Engine.
I love the old forest counterspell.
Mm-hmm.
He does have to pay 1 for it.
I'm going to cast a 3 mana Dispel targeting your Pact.
Okay.
Powerful magic.
Timber Sabertooth enters the battlefield.
Yep, I'm F6.
Okay.
Your Paradox Engine trigger happens.
Sure.
Okay. So I'm going to play a Scalding Tarn as my land for turn. I am now Hecka Bent.
Hecka Bent is nice.
I'm going to untap my Guy's Cradle.
Seems like the play.
Then I'm going to tap it for 1,
7.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I have 7 mana floating. I'm going to use 2 mana, going down to 5 mana floating, to bounce my Naglehorn.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'm going to cast Manglehorn. It's like not enough to do it twice. 5. Almost enough to do it twice. Oh, if I pop the sphere first.
Oh.
That's interesting. But then does Bill go off? I can pop the Paradox Engine. Okay, so I have 5 floating. I'm going to go down to 1 floating, not paying the Mystic Study trigger, to cast Manglehorn.
Mm-hmm.
ETB?
Yep.
I'm going to pop the Sphere of Resistance.
Sphere of Resistance down.
Then I'm going to use my 1 floating, make 1 more, to bounce the Manglehorn again.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'm going to crack the Scalding Tarn. Ugh, shuffle away this Nantuko Tracer. That's rough.
You're recasting.
Oh, yeah, okay. yeah, okay. So I'm going to go down to 28. Okay, I'm going to get an island off of my Scalding Tarn.
Yep.
Then I'm going to pay the 1. Wait, do I have any mana floating?
No.
I do not. So I'm not going to pay the 1, and I'm going to cast Manglehorn. Okay. And we saved this one from earlier. I'm going to trigger Momir Vig and put Nantuko Tracer back on top of my library.
Yep.
Sounds good.
So Manglehorn enters the battlefield and triggers, and I'm going to pop Paradox Engine.
Yep.
Then I think I'm just going to pass the turn.
I'm going to untap. And in my upkeep, I no longer have 3 artifacts again. So I'm not going to gain a life. I'm just going to draw
wildly
a card.
fluctuating.
Yeah.
I am going to... Let's see. How much mana do I actually have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Never enough, you know? You know how it is? I'm going to pay 2 colorless and a red. And cast this Treasure Nabber. Sure, I'll pay the 1 for that one.
Boom. Okay. Books.
And then I'll add a red and a colorless, not paying the 1 to play a Vessel of a Volatility.
I'm sorry, what?
A what?
It is a 1 and a
Oh,
red
it's
enchantment that says 1 and a red, sack it, add 4 red.
It's a mana battery.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm going to pass the turn.
There are currently no tax effects in play.
Correct.
Only your own.
Only my own. Very good.
Only the ones that exist. in
I'm
your
going
mind.
to pay a blue and cast Mystical Tutor.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so off of the Mystical Tutor, I'm going to find Chain of Vapor and put it on top of my library. Then I'm going to move to my untap step and draw this card, whatever it may be.
And
Who
he
knows?
was a
Really?
chain of vapor?
It's possible. I guess that's something that I can do, right? Okay. This Karametra's Acolyte is going to tap for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm going to untap it with Kiora's Follower and add another 9 to go to 18 green.
You have 18 green floating.
18, 19 green, and 3 blue. Using 3 green, I'm going to cast Eternal Witness, targeting Paradox Engine.
This is sad. I don't have a mana open for Scavenging Ooze because of all these damn tax effects.
Hey man, I was trying. Yeah, the Devoted Druid kills itself.
Yeah. I mean, I can do it.
I'm going to put this Paradox Engine back into my hand, and then use 5 green to recast it.
Interest tapped.
Oh, the Manglehorn's still in.
Hell yeah, it is.
Man!
What a mangling.
It's been too long. Okay.
I get these.
Right now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Oh, that's good. I mean, it
It
won't matter.
doesn't matter.
The Kiora's
but-
Follower Karametra's Acolyte combo is
It puts a harder limit on blue, but with the birds and
Yeah.
Kiora's Follower, it
Kiora's
doesn't really
Follower.
matter.
I'm going to use 2 green and cast Sylvan Caryatid and trigger Paradox Engine.
Yes, sir. Untapping itself again.
That's a good combo. This taps for... Now it taps for 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
12.
Sorry. So I'm going to tap these 2 for 24 green mana. In addition to the birds for a blue again, and the Elvish Archdruid for another green. That's 25 green mana and a blue. Using a blue, I'm going to cast Chain of Vapor, targeting my Craterhoof Behemoth.
Oh.
I am then going to sacrifice
Oh,
a
yeah.
forest
That's really
to
good.
return to Shauna as well.
That's really good.
Yeah,
That's
that's very
man.
good.
Yeah.
That's why I love Chain of Vapor.
Yeah, that's really good.
Paradox Engine trigger untaps these.
Mhm.
I'm going to...
You have 6.
You are net positive on every green spell
Yeah,
you cast.
you got
Nice! Okay.
essentially.
Yeah.
So we don't need to keep track of green mana anymore,
okay.
just blue mana.
So then, I guess, tapping this for a blue, I'm going to use it immediately and cast Tishana to draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cards. So 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Correct.
Yeah, that one matters.
So that it not only has Summoning Sickness, but also Defender. I'm going to tap this for a blue, and then Kiora's Follower for another blue. Use one of my essentially infinite green to cast Llanowar Elves. Untap these. Then I'm going to tap them for blue again.
Not infinite, but high enough that it doesn't matter.
High enough that it doesn't matter. I'm going to cast Reclamation Sage,
Oh.
targeting Vessel of
Paradox Engine?
Volatility.
I am saddened.
Yeah.
That's another elf.
Then with my green as well. Oh yeah, these untap. I'm gonna recast this Craterhoof Behemoth.
Yes, sir.
Get it out of the command zone.
Yeah, that's fine.
It's not. I wish I
You
could
got
do
it, man.
Okay, so
Trigger.
Paradox Engine and this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. These all get plus 11 plus 11.
and trample.
And trample. So Tishana is a 19/19 with trample.
That does not have haste.
Oh yeah, I just cast her. This does have face though. So this is a 16-16. This is an 11-12 with flying. This is a 13-13. This is also a 13-13. This is also a 13-13. And this is a 12-15.
Okay.
What are you guys at?
So
I'm at 32. And
list
James is
list
at
off
20.
those
Yeah, I
powers
think
again.
you've got us.
Yeah, so it's these are 13-13, so that's 39-39
Plus
Plus
11 is
plus
50.
11
50.
plus 12
Is 62.
plus 16.
Is 78. So Elliot's at 32. I'm at 28.
Which
so
is
that's
60.
60. Oh,
But
it doesn't
you-
have both of us. I have tons of blockers.
You have the blockers.
That's a 10-10.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Interesting. Okay, how much blue do I have floating still?
7, I believe.
7 blue. Okay. Tapping Kiyora's Follower and Birds for another 2 to go to 9 blue. And then these 2 as well for another 2 blue. So that's 4 blue, and I lose a life.
Lose a life. Go to 37. Got it.
I'm going to cast Time Spiral.
Oh,
That's interesting.
yeah. I have no effects.
Yeah,
Cool.
let's do it.
Trigger paradox. Yeah.
Let's get untapped.
So your time spiral is still on the
Oh,
battlefield.
yeah. So my Time Spiral resolves, I'm going to untap.
That X's itself, doesn't it?
Yep.
It does.
Nice try.
Just
Keep
Dog
him
moss
honest here.
will.
Keeping him honest.
Okay, with my large amount of green, I'm going to cast Green Sun Zenith for 5.
Yep.
Alright, so I've shuffled my Green Sun Zenith into my library, and off of it I'm finding Timber Sabertooth.
Yep.
And so what I'm going to do, I'm going to use 2 of my large amount of mana to bounce Tishana, actually, back to my hand.
Mm-hmm.
Then tapping these 2 for blue, I'm going to use 1 of the blue to cast Tishana and draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 cards. That's going to trigger Paradox Engine to untap these. And as long as I have enough mana to do that, I'm going to continue drawing until I run out of cards and this Hiding Laboratory Maniac comes into play.
Yeah, I have no effects.
Yeah. That's good. Good game.
Good
That was a
game.
hell of a game. I was expecting that game to be way faster, given the decks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we had 4 really fast combo decks
yeah.
all at the same table.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was nuts. I think we were all expecting like a 15-minute game on that one.
Yeah.
And our runtime's like an hour and 20 minutes
hour
or
and 20
something like
minutes,
that.
wow, yeah.
So, yeah, it was a good one. I thought it was really cool. There was
There
lots
was-
of back and forth.
Yeah, there was people attempting to win the game and then realizing they didn't have enough resources,
Yeah,
like 4
well,
turns in a row.
The rough part was this Possibility Storm
Yeah.
moment, because I had the Timber Sabertooth on top, and I needed to be able to cast specific spells. Because what I was setting up for was Nantuko Tracer to restock my library with some of the stuff that I needed to tutor up to go off, because my Heritage Druid went away really early, and so did my Phantasmal Image. So, I mean, there might have been a line in there. I don't think so. I think I need at least one of those things to go off. I might have been able to do something if the Phantasmal Image had stayed in play. I could have made it a copy of even Karametra's Acolyte and had it tap for 7 instead of, but even then it's got Summoning Sickness, so...
Yeah,
I don't know, that was rough.
It's kind
It
of
was
tough.
rough. I needed to deal with, realistically, the Rhystic Study, the Spear of Resistance, and the Paradox Engine, and the Possibility
Yeah.
Storm.
There were just lots of threats in play
Yeah.
in that game.
Yeah, I was like very awkwardly on the cusp of enough mana every time. Every time it came around to my turn, I had 10 mana.
Yeah,
Like,
that's rough.
And you need 11, right? for the
Yeah,
combo?
you need 11 for the combo because, so I kept my, do we want to go to talking about,
We can talk about
Sure,
it.
hands.
Sure.
I guess I'll start because I set myself up for it.
Yeah.
Good segue.
My opening hand was pretty slow, actually. It was 3 mountains, Chrome Mox, and the only red card was Magnetic Theft, which I wanted to keep, obviously. And then the other 2 cards were Dampening Spear and Chalice of the Void.
Oof.
So I was hoping that the slow enough hand would be fine if I could land a Chalice on 1 against this table.
Yeah, against everybody.
Yeah.
That would have been
So-
very, very good.
But yeah, then Jerry Windfall, and I think my Windfall hand was like that crazy one with I had Soul Ring
Cold
into
Steel
Basalt
Heart.
Monolith into Worn Power Stone.
Worn Power Stone.
And then everybody kept doing things, so I didn't have a nice opportunity to untap the Basalt Monolith, which would have made the math much easier.
Yeah.
But Yeah, one of the cards off of that hand was Argentum Armor, so I had this 6 mana artifact that's 6 to equip stuck in my hand for most of that game. But
Just super dead card.
like I couldn't even cast him to like get it in play and then like start beating with Argentum Armor because it was in my hand.
Yeah.
That's alright. So my hand was like it was pretty good. It was Mana Vault, Forest, Tropical Island, Birds of Paradise, Staff of Domination, Negate, and Rhystic Study.
Nice.
So obviously that's a turn 2 Rhystic Study. I could have run out the Mana Vault instead of the birds, but then like especially
I would have misstepped that.
Yeah.
I had the misstep. I was considering misstepping your birds on turn 1,
Yeah.
but I figured it was fine. I was more concerned with fast mana from these two than I was from a turn 1 mana dork. So, you know, if I was later in turn order, I would have probably held on to it. If I had gone first, well, I don't know. I still think it was the right decision to hold off on it, but you guys just didn't end up casting any 1-drops that mattered. So
Yeah. So anyway, most of the cards in this hand didn't end up mattering. I would have liked to keep the Staff of Domination, but then of course the Windfall happened.
Right. And then the Windfall attacked.
Yeah, but I liked it because it was just a turn 2 Rhystic Study. It's
Yeah.
a little bit faster than people are anticipating that sort of effect. And
Speaking of faster than people are anticipating, my opening hand was Wooded Foothills, Polluted Delta, Heritage Druid, Devoted Druid, Mental Misstep, Swansong, and Mox Diamond.
Wow.
Which, as we saw, led to a turn 2 Momir Vig, because Devoted Druid on turn 1 is bonkers.
Yep.
Having access to like 4 colored mana on turn 2 is nuts, and then with the Mox Diamond is nuts. It was kind of sad. I really didn't want that Windfall to happen because I drew into a hack. But it was a Spectral Shift.
Yeah.
I had drawn before the wheel happened, and I really would have liked to keep that because, well, obvious reasons, I would have won on turn 3. But after seeing your opening hand, I'm kind of glad that Jerry wheeled, because there's no way I can win through Damping Spear and what was the other one?
Chalice
on one. Yeah, not a chance. Not a chance. So actually, I'm kind of glad that the wheel happened, even though I was sad at the time. But no, that was awesome. What did you have?
So I had Ancient Tomb, Steam Vents, Bloodstained Mire, Cyclonic Rift, Dimmer Signet, Demonic Tutor, and Windfall. So the entire plan of the hand was to go first and play a turn to Windfall, because since we had the Demonic Tutor with the Ancient Tomb and a land drop. Well, you saw I still did it on turn 2. I went and got Mox Diamond to get free more mana and then cast Windfall. It's sad that the Rhystic Study was there first and Momir Vig was already in play, but the hand did actual nothing without it. So we had to go there, and that's what drew me into Angel's Grace, Is It Signet, and Lands, and Thought Scour, and then I was sad.
I'll tell you one moment that had me gripped in terror, and I can't remember if we talked about this on camera or not, or whether we were maybe cut while we were talking about it, but when Jerry cast the City of Brass, or when he cast the Demonic Consultation off the City of Brass, I thought that he was casting it by paying mana in the paying for spells, part of casting, but he had floated it and cast Demonic Consultation in response to the damage trigger, which is a little bit different because otherwise the spell is cast and the damage trigger goes on top of Demonic Consultation on the stack and Jerry dies before Demonic Consultation resolves. That's what I thought it was. I thought he was just memeing to take himself out of the game. But I had this brief moment of terror because I had the Dispel in my hand at that point and I could have countered the Demonic Consultation. And I'm like, oh no. And then I was just sort of running through all the scenarios in my head. I'm like, can he actually win here?
Nope.
He's got the Lab Man in play already.
Yeah,
was,
there were 2 lab men in play that game.
But fortunately, he was choked on mana from being at 1 life. So I mean, if he wasn't at 1 life, that would have been a very different situation. So
if that wasn't at 1 life, or if that Sphere of Resistance wasn't there.
Yeah, the Sphere of Resistance put in work.
It maybe taxed us by like 24 mana or something ridiculous.
Maybe taxed you by 24 mana.
True.
Off these Paradox Engine casts.
Yeah, that's fair.
No, good game, guys. That was awesome.
Yeah.
Game.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
So we will catch you next time. Next Thursday. Tune in if you're a patron. Next Wednesday. And it'll be another game like this, hopefully. See you next time.
Thanks for watching.
Hey, thanks for checking out the Spike Feeders on YouTube. If you like this content and you want to see more, make sure you click subscribe. If you love this content, click on the link to our Patreon.
Every dollar helps us create more videos like this.